All right, everybody, how's my quad squad doing? It's the man, the myth, the legend, Quad MFT here, coming at you guys with a video where we're going to be talking about the possible new melee weapons, or a little bit more than melee weapons, that could be coming into Black Ops 3. Now, this isn't just a made-up list out of nowhere. This wasn't just written down. That obviously when I show it, I didn't just write it down and say, oh yeah, this is it, this is going to happen, this is actually what it's going to be. No, this is actually from a list where multiple things have came true, and I talked about this probably over 2.5 months ago, 3 months ago, somewhere around there. I didn't make up this list. I didn't find this list somewhere hidden in the code or in Call of Duty, Treyarch, Activision, whatever, David Vonderhaar. I actually got it from my buddy Songlenlation. So I'm going to link his channel down in the description below. Most of you guys probably know who he is, but if you don't, subscribe to him. He's a really good YouTuber and he deserves it. So I'm going to be talking about, like I said, the different melee weapons that are probably going to be coming into Black Ops 3. When I say probably, I mean not all of them, but I definitely mean some of them. So the first one, and this is how I know it's true, is this list has been out for a while. The first one is a sword variation. We already got it. Obviously, we got the Fury song. That's a sword variation, so something comes true. The next one he says is a mace, which obviously hasn't came true yet, and I'm looking forward to the mace. If it does come out, I think that would be awesome. Again, disclaimer, I don't think all of these are going to come out. I do think some of these are going to come out. I think some ideas are going to get scrapped and not actually come out, and I do think some of them are going to come true that obviously haven't came out or came true yet. The next one is a spear. I don't think that's going to come true. I think that's a little bit far-fetched, although when you watch this video in 6 months and people are using spears in Black Ops 3 from the black market, you're going to be like, Quad, you're so stupid. But seriously, I don't think it's possible, but I wouldn't count it out. So the next one is a sledgehammer, which I would like to see, and I definitely think is a huge possibility. The next one is an axe. I think that one is very, very likely. A warhammer. I think they would either have to come down with a sledgehammer or a warhammer. I know those are completely different. I really do. I understand the difference between them, but I think a lot of you guys and a lot of the community would be like, really, 2 hammers? Come on, you can't get more creative than that. Seriously, I do think it's one of those is going to come out, but I don't really care which one it is, whether it's the warhammer or the sledgehammer. I know they're completely different things, but not everybody knows that. The next one is the crowbar. Obviously came true. We've got the Iron Gym crowbar. The next one is the bat. Obviously that more recently came true with the MVP baseball bat, which a lot of people counted out. A lot of people said the bat wasn't going to be a thing. Well, it is. The next one is the Bowie knife, which we've seen multiple times in like glitched lobbies and like people use it in theater mode and like hacked lobbies and stuff like that. So I think that's in the game's code. I don't think it's ever going to come out because it's more of a zombies thing. And I think people from the zombies community to be like, wow, that was something that Treyarch saved for zombies. Why they got to put it in multiplayer? I really don't know how that's going to turn out. There's a chance, but I think there's a higher chance of a different one, of a different melee weapon coming out versus the Bowie knife. The next one is the taser. I think this... This would be really, really cool. Similar to the Zeus, if you guys play any CSGO. I personally play a lot of CS, so I think the taser would be pretty cool. The next one is an ice axe. I'm not super familiar with what this is. It sounds really cool, and honestly, melee weapons are a really incredible idea and very, very creative, and I'm happy Treyarch and Activision came up with it. So again, anything else is cool for me. Literally anything. So like I said, an ice axe. A shovel would be cool as well. Shovel's also on the list, so that there's a chance the shovel. I do think the shovel's going to come true. I definitely have a high belief, really high belief, that the shovel's going to come out. And as also on the list as other potential weapons that are floating around are a star knife. This sounds pretty cool. Of course, you know, I think the star knife might come out as a melee weapon, or I think it could also come out as sort of a skin for the combat axe. The next one is a throwable spear. Of course, you're not going to have that as a separate melee weapon for your combat knife. It's going to be obviously a skin or a different variation of the combat axe. So I think that's really cool. Throwable spear again. Spears, we talked about this earlier. I don't know how possible that really is, but it sounds cool. You know, I'm not going to count it out. Throwable spear sounds cool. It's cool to think about. The next one is a ballistic knife. Now, we've seen this multiple times. I made a video on it about in theater mode how there's a glitch when you use a certain combat knife or just a combat knife in general. I think it may have to have a certain camo or certain setting or something like that. Theater mode in Black Ops 3 actually glitches overall and shows a ballistic knife as the little weapon that you're using. It doesn't actually show it, like it doesn't show you're holding it or first person view. It's just a little view if you're in the COD spectator mode of what it looks like when somebody's holding a knife. So it does show the ballistic knife, so it is in the game's code, and it's not an exact copy of the Black Ops 2 one. It's completely different. I have a whole video about that. You guys probably saw that. If you didn't, you guys know where to go. So the ballistic knife, very, very viable. They already added the NX Shadowclaw, which is a crossbow, a classic from Black Ops and Black Ops 2. How could they not add the ballistic knife along with that? I really think that's going to happen probably in the next weapon batch that does come out. And the final one is the chainsaw. This one, far-fetched, really, really cool. Probably would get a lot of people to buy a lot of supply drops and really want to go for this melee weapon. But I'd like to see the chainsaw. That's some hardcore stuff. Like that's hardcore. A chainsaw ripping people to shreds, literally. I would like this again. None of these really make a difference because they don't actually make you play better. They don't give you any advantage or disadvantage. They just are like a cool skin or camo for your combat knife. It's basically like an advanced camo, and I like it a lot. Besides the ballistic knife, that's a thing in itself. Along, you may think, hey Quad, the taser, it's like a weapon. No, it works just like a knife, I would think. Maybe. I'm not sure how that would play out. I think that's a lesser likely one. But overall, I just wanted to throw out this list to you guys and remind you of it, how a lot of these things have came true from my buddy Songland Lation. Again, link to his channel down in the description below. Him and getting this information and predicting that some of these weapons will come out, and they did, makes me want to believe, and definitely makes me believe that some of these weapons that he also listed are going to come out as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, ratings are appreciated. If you guys want to thumb it up, it really does help me out. I'm trying a more relaxed style of commentary instead of freaking out on you guys all the time, just kind of chilling and going over the list with you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Quad MFT. Subscribe and join the Quad Squad. We keep getting over 75k subs and then dropping down below. So tell your friends. Get people to join the Quad Squad. You won't regret it. It's been your boy Quad MFT, and I'm at 85,000. Peace.